Hey guys, Lou here, Tiny Mountain Houses. I'm about to show you one of the coolest tiny houses we've done so far. This is our Denali model. This is extended from 28 feet to 29 feet. Now, a couple are buying this house. We're about ready to deliver it, maybe next week. And inside this tiny house is just pure luxury. We've got appliances in here that are typically seen in multi-million-dollar houses, from the bidet toilet to the commercial range to the built-in coffee maker. I mean, it is just really an amazing build. We've taken our Denali model and done a lot of the same finishes inside, but it's definitely another level. You can see the outside of this home is very striking. This couple wanted some very specific colors, and that's exactly what we did. You see the 8-foot custom front door. This couple is actually a little above average in height, so we've done some things inside to accommodate them. And as I always say, guys, you know, if you've got specific needs, we're here to listen, and hopefully we can accommodate you in every way. If not, we can come pretty close. So anyway, in terms of the Denali, dual loft, flex room on one end, large windows, all pretty typical until we get inside. So let's go on inside and I'll show you all the stuff that I just mentioned. Come on. All right, well, here we are. Holy smokes. So I don't even know where to start. You know what? I think I'm going to start with one of the amenities that we did, or one of the customizations that we've done for these folks. And as I said, they are taller than average. So we took the countertops from the initial or standard 36 inches and we raised it by 4 inches, a little bit taller, so they don't have to stoop over when they're in their kitchen doing their work. So in doing so, I don't know if Nick can get over here and get a shot of this too, we lined up these quartz countertops exactly to the height of the window sill here. So it's just one continuous slab that extends. And as I'm here standing in front of the kitchen sink, I want to point that out too. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the color. Now we've widened that sink from the 24 to a 30 inch, and they've asked for a very specific commercial faucet there. Notice the matte black. I mean, it's got all kinds of fancy functions here as well. So, I mean, wow, wow, wow. And as I said when we were outside, the finishes in here, these are typical of what we did on the very first Denali, our stock model, with the color of cabinetry. One of the other things I want to point out in here, if you haven't already noticed it, is this orange range. So we've got this commercial cast iron range, it's made by Blue Star, with a custom colored door for these buyers. Isn't it cool? I mean, it's just an amazing piece of machinery, or appliance, I should say. Stainless steel with the orange. We've got a stainless steel backsplash on the wall there. Look at the grates, the burners on that. It's definitely a high-end luxury unit. And as I'm talking about the range, I might as well show you the Pisa Zephyr range hood. Isn't that way cool? Look at that. Lights turn off, on. Of course, it's got a switch for the fan. As we look above that, you'll see the extended height overhead cabinets. And once again, these cabinets are custom for this build. And as I talk about the cabinets, soft close, always a feature in our builds. And in this particular build, we did some custom pot and pan drawer pullouts. We've got 2 there, and I think we've got another 2 in the pantry cabinet over here. As I talk about the pantry, you might as well move over there, Nick. Can you get a shot of that? Look at this coffee maker. It's a Miele coffee maker, and it's built in. Water supply, heating, I mean, all the goodies you could possibly think of in a coffee maker. And I had mentioned some of the appliances in here, being in high-end luxury houses, that's what you're going to see here. I mean, isn't it awesome? Take a look below. We've got the pull-out pot and pans, and you can see part of the plumbing and some of the electrical going into that unit, into the coffee maker. Of course, lots of storage, adjustable shelving throughout this home. Notice the finish at the top of the cabinets, the molding. And as you're up there, take a look at the ceiling. So what we did was we did the tongue and groove, and that's cedar tongue and groove throughout the entire ceiling of this Denali model. Cool stuff, isn't it? So let's take a look. Oh, over here, Nick. Let's get the entry cabinet here. Let me see. By the way, our typical ladder is made of fir. This is a heavy-duty unit here. This is made of oak. It is solid. It can handle a lot. So entry cabinet, dual door. A lot of times we'll put a closet rod in there for clothing. In this case, we left it open with adjustable shelves. They wanted a receptacle inside of this cabinet, so there's one inside of here. And then we did the good size drawers below, and we've got two. Pretty cool stuff. I'm going to slide this ladder back over. There we go. As we're still in the kitchen, I want to point out the refrigerator. This is a Labor, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, refrigerator. It's a German-made, German-Swiss-made, I should say. Look at the mechanisms. Isn't this way cool? Bottom freezer. Once again, high-end luxury appliances here. Really makes a statement for these folks. I was so happy to see some of these items in this house. I mean, it just really is taking it to a whole nother level. Isn't it cool? Let's see. Why don't we turn around, Nick? I'll just get a shot of, now this is a table you might have seen from us before. It's a 2-leaf extension table. Now the leaves aren't in it right now, but Nick's going to have some pictures of it a little later. But what you see there, it comes out for seating up to 5 people. And just beyond that, you'll see our signature ribbon staircase. And then as we walk into the flex room, let's take a look here. I'm going to walk backwards a little bit. There we go. So flex room, finish-wise. As I said earlier, I mean, what we've done here is duplicated a lot of the finishes that you might have seen in our initial Denali. So that is the custom birch plywood walls in this flex room, along with the ebony stained reverse reveal trim work that we've done around the windows in the flex room, as well as the ebony stained trim around the loft ceiling area. Isn't that cool? And of course, all our lofts are 6'6" underneath the beam here, all tongue and groove, all finished, and it really looks amazing, doesn't it? I'm gushing over this house, and hopefully you can appreciate that. The lighting in here, these are on dimmers, custom lighting. Once again, it's a duplication of what we did in our first Denali model. And I just want to play with the dimmers. There we go. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, let's swivel around. I'm going to show you the bathroom where we've got a pretty cool toilet. All right, guys. One of the highlights of this build. Of course, our pocket door, pretty common. This is a single shaker style pocket. So there it is. This is a Toto Neo-Rest bidet toilet. I mean, and it is absolutely amazing. You talk about luxury. This is definitely a sign of luxury. In a tiny house, wow. So check this out. So this toilet senses your motion when you walk into the bathroom. So I'm going to show you typically what would happen. So got to do my thing. It opens up. Not only does it open up, there's a setting on this toilet. Notice the light comes on that knows it's you. There's a couple of settings that for 2 different people that you can set it for your temperature. In other words, what happens to this seat is it warms up. You sit down, it's predetermined the temperature that you want to set it to. You do your thing. Of course, a bidet will clean you up. You get up, it closes, and you're on your way. Super, super sanitary. and an amazing toilet, I might add. So it's a Toto NeoRest bidet toilet, and is at a very high-end unit. And once again, you normally see these in some fairly high-end houses as well. So I'm going to have Nick come into this bathroom and basically get the overview of the bathroom. So I'm going to step out, and then here you've got, we've put a 5-foot, one-piece shower in here, and you can see it's got 2 seats. We've done the tile surround in here and done some pretty awesome looking, I should say a pretty awesome looking shower head and controls. I think it accentuates this area very nicely. And of course the ceiling is your tongue and groove pine, and it's clear coat finished with a poly coating so it doesn't absorb moisture. And I mentioned we stretched this house, we extended it by 1 foot. In these areas, we've added a stacked washer dryer, propane dryer, so it minimizes your electrical draw. And we've also done the same thing with these cabinets in here, in that we've raised the height to 40 inches. Notice the bank of drawers. Notice the custom faucet, the mirror. I mean, I think it really turned out very nicely. Hopefully you can appreciate some of the finishes that this buyer has decided to do in this Denali model. But that toilet's pretty cool, isn't it? So with that, let's take a look at the loft areas. Come on out. All right, guys, primary loft. So we've got 10 feet overall in the loft area, and we're almost, I say interior space, almost 9 feet. So in this area, what we've got now is a queen bed. And of course, we've got the nightstands in here. All the can lighting in here. So you notice that these are 4-inch cans. We've also added a closet area. Nick will get that to you later. So we've got a little hanging area here for closet space. We've added the loft cabinet here, adjustable shelves with the butcher block countertop. And I mean, this is just a wow area to me. Here is your smooth wall white finish. Noticed that we've added the intentional seams throughout where we have this, and I think Nick can probably get a closer shot of it as we go forward. But anyway, nice cozy space up here. Of course the cedar tongue and groove ceiling continues in here. It's nice and warm. It is, I mean, just wow. With that, I'm going to walk over to the secondary loft and take a look at that. Come on. All right, secondary loft, Denali model. As I said, we extended this loft by another foot, so it's what are we, 5, 6, 7 feet deep and almost 9 feet of interior width. So nice open loft. We've got 2 egress windows up here, just as we had in the primary loft. So that means they open in the event of emergency. You can get out. We've put a fireplace on the end wall there. Can you see it, Nick? Yeah, I can see the fire. Anyway, isn't it cozy? So good open space here. And as I always say, you know, you can use this for anything you'd really like, whether it's a bedroom, closet, or as we have it, you know, just a sitting, lounging area for you. I think it just enables you to do so many different things. And dual loft is really our most popular layout because of the flexibility of this additional space. Let's see here. What am I missing, Nick? I think I've got it. And of course, we've continued the can lighting throughout this area. And our can lights in the lofts, you've got 3-way switches. In other words, you can turn them on from the main floor and turn them off up here, and vice versa. One of the things that I didn't point out that I think I will now is the can lighting throughout this open space or kitchen area, if you will. Notice they're 2 different sizes. And the finishes are different on these lights as well. And I know you can't see them from your vantage point now, but they're distinct, so they can show that they're meant for different spaces. So, you know, just a small touch that I think really adds to the detail of this build and of our Denali model for that point. The fan in this house is a custom fan, once again picked by the homeowners. I think it's pretty cool. You ought to see it go. It goes backwards and forwards and it looks like you're going to take off, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, hopefully you can appreciate some of the things I've talked about. I think I'm going to head back down into the flex room and just kind of go over this build. So let's go down and sit down. All right, guys, here we are, sitting in the flex room of this gorgeous luxury tiny house. This is our Denali model. Once again, I'm going to recap. We've extended this from the 28 feet to 29 that it is now, added a washer dryer stacked system in the bathroom. As you know, some of the amenities that are really, in my opinion, outstanding are the built-in Miele coffee maker. I mean, that is a wow. The freestanding commercial Blue Star range with the custom painted door. The Libre refrigerator with the awesome handles on it. I mean, and that refrigerator, I don't think I mentioned it, is, I believe it's 12 cubic feet. The really cool Pisa range hood that comes out. You know, one of the things I didn't mention, and Nick will get a shot of it, is the under-counter lighting in this house. It's got a dimmer switch to it, or they have dimmer switches on them, and they really accent that area, I mean, superbly. I think it just really adds another flair and another level of luxury to this tiny house. So this area here, we're in the flex room, and of course these are on dimmers as well. You know, this house also is equipped with the with a tankless on-demand water heating system. We've got the 12,000 BTU mini split in this build, and it just, and then walking into that bathroom, I mean, that toilet is something cool, isn't it? The fact that it opens, senses your presence, knows who you are, the seat heats up, the light turns on, and it does its duty when you're done doing yours. Anyway, I really think this house is outstanding. I think some of the things that I didn't, two more things I didn't mention, air exchange system. You know, you got to have it if you're in the Northwest. I tell you what, it takes the moisture-laden air out of your build, out of your tiny houses, because they're so tightly built that you really need to get that moisture out of here. Otherwise, you can have damages as a result of moisture and et cetera, et cetera. We've also added, this buyer or this couple has a large dog, so we've added a custom doggy door. And it's meant for our climate. So there are different types, different styles, and this is specifically meant for colder climates. So we've done that as well. So, you know, hopefully I've done my job and shown you some of the amenities that are, or all of the amenities, or most of them, that are in this Denali model. Once again, it's a custom built unit with some specific items for this buyer, this couple. I really think that I appreciate some of the things they've done, and I really have got to appreciate the finish work that our guys were able to attain, and hopefully you can recognize some of those things as well. You know, as I always say, guys, you know, if there's any questions you have of us, any comments, you know, if you're interested in us taking a look at maybe a design for you, we always welcome you. You know how to get a hold of us. From Lou and the Tiny Mountain Houses gang, we really appreciate you. Thanks for checking us out. Get a hold of us if you need to. Thanks a lot. Have a good one, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon.